everyone, it's Lexi, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all of kind of like the books, movies, kind of CDs that I purchased over the months of January and February. I know I said I wasn't really going to be buying any books because I got so many for Christmas. Yeah, so these are some that I like pre-ordered back in like last year in 2015, and also I got a lot of gift cards, so these were ones that I kind of had my eye on and I decided why not? So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that I ended up getting in January was probably one that I'm most excited about, and it's the Agent Carter Season 1 Declassified book. And I don't know, like I really love this TV show. I'm watching it currently now. I rewatched it in January, the first season, now I'm on the second one, and it's just a kind of a neat book. It just kind of has like kind of behind the scenes stuff as well, and like really neat pictures, and I don't know, I really love the series. Yeah, I think it's just really interesting. It kind of gives you kind of more information about the characters as well, and I think this is probably going to be one that I will be picking up in March. Yeah, and I also think like the packaging for this is just really neat. Like I love how it kind of has like the logo there, and then on the back it has like the Agent Carter, like the promo picture as well, and I just am really excited for this. So yeah, so this next one is one that I kind of had my eye on. They kind of came out with these new editions I saw in Canada, so when we were there, I got a lot of gift cards for like the mall, and they had one of these on sale, so I decided to pick one up, and it is the box set of Harry Potter. These are the Canadian editions, and then the back kind of has like this Hogwarts backdrop. Yeah, so I really like the covers of these ones. I know there's like an American release that has like the Hogwarts, like where the backs make up like the Hogwarts landscape, but I really like the covers on these. I like kind of the stars, and like these ones were my favorite, and they spell everything the Canadian way, which is really nice. So like even though I have like the original like Scholastic hardcover ones, I really liked kind of having these to my collection as well. So yeah, so the next book is one that I pre-ordered last year, and it ended up coming in the mail not a few weeks ago, and it is Stars Above by Marissa Mayer, and this is the dust jacket I'm currently reading this one now. But it's like a collection of novellas of like kind of prequels to the Lunar Chronicles, and then we do get it like an epilogue at the end for winter. I'm almost done actually, and I really enjoy it so far. I like kind of how the novellas so far like kind of are things that are alluded to throughout the series. We kind of get more background into it now. I haven't gotten into the epilogue yet, but I'm pretty sure I will love it. Yeah, the Lunar Chronicles is probably one of my favorite series of all time. I just never want it to end. So this last book is one that I was kind of on the fence about, because like I read the first book last year when it came out, and I was kind of in the middle, but I was kind of intrigued enough that I wanted to keep going, and it is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard, and this is like the second book in the Red Queen series. It just came out last week, so I haven't really heard any reviews about it. I think I'm going to start reading this in March. So yeah, hopefully it gets better, because I was intrigued enough to keep reading, so hopefully this will not let me down. Yeah, but I really love the cover for this one, and also kind of like inside the dust jacket, it's really pretty as well. So yeah, hopefully this thing keeps me kind of wanting to go on with the series, because if I don't like it, then I probably won't continue. So yeah, so that's kind of it for books. Two CDs that I ended up getting over these past few months was Untamed by Cam. She sings the Burning House song, if you haven't checked it out, and I really liked it. I was kind of listening to the previews on iTunes, and I ended up really liking it. So I think some of my favorites are obviously Burning House, Village, Mayday, and I Want It All are really good. I highly recommend that you check those out. And then I also got The Driver by Charles Kelly, who is one of the singers from Lady Antebellum. This was kind of like his single debut album, and I think some of my favorites are on there. The Driver, Leaving Nashville, and then Dancing Around It, and those are really good. Like it's basically a Lady Antebellum album just with him. So obviously if you like Lady Antebellum, then you'll like this one as well. And then on to movies. I kind of went a little overboard with this just because I had like a lot of gift cards from sending my textbooks back in. So I was like, I didn't need any textbooks this semester, so I was like, I might as well indulge on it just a little bit. So the first one that I got was Schindler's List. This is probably one of my all-time favorite movies. It's very, very hard to get through, but I think it's well done, and I think it's an important movie that people need to see. And this is the limited edition version, and it's in like this really nice case as well, and it's just a good one to have to anyone's collection if they like this movie. I know it's not one that it's not a feel-good movie, but I think it's a good one to see every now and then just because it's tastefully done and it gets the point across. So next one is League of Their Own, and this is probably like one of my all-time favorite movies. It's just, you know, a good girl power movie, and I really enjoy it. I really like kind of like the 40s, 50s era. I don't think I would have done well if during that time just because I'm an engineer and that would be kind of frowned upon, but it's just a good movie and just kind of sisters and all that. So yeah, it's a classic movie that I think everyone enjoys. The next one is one that's also one of my favorite movies, and it's About Time. I just really love this movie. I think it's kind of an interesting romantic comedy. It's kind of different than kind of how all the other ones are, and I think it's just so cute. I love Rachel McAdams, so definitely one of my favorites. So this movie was also a book adaptation that came out that's really popular on BookTube. I hopefully will be starting the book soon, and it's The Martian. Like, it's just a really good feel-good movie. Like I said, it feels like it kind of restores your faith in humanity, and it's just really good. I feel like Matt Damon does like a really good job with this movie, and it just, yeah, it makes you feel good. So this next one is also a historical movie, and it is Bridge of Spies. It's another Tom Hanks movie in here, and this is one that we saw in theaters last year, and it was just really good. I really think like Tom Hanks is probably one of my favorite actors, and this is just as good as all his other movies, and it's really interesting just because it kind of deals with the Cold War, and the character that he actually plays, this person in real life, who ended up doing like amazing things and saving a lot of people's lives. I think it's just an important movie that everyone needs to see because it's kind of the untold story of the Cold War. So this next movie is one that I saw over last year in its theaters, and it's The Intern. It's just a really cute movie. I really love kind of like the dynamics that they have between Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. It's just a kind of cute, feel-good movie, and it also has Adam Devine in it, who I really like as well, and it's just another feel-good movie that I just love watching. This one is also a classic. It's probably one of my all-time favorite movies, like these two movies, and it's Father of the Bride, and this one has Father of the Bride, the first one, and then part two, and I think it's just a cute movie. Like, anyone who has like a good relationship with their father can relate to this, and yeah, it's just another one of those classic movies that everyone seems to like. So the next one is probably one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, and I have been holding out to get the DVD or the Blu-ray of this just because it's so expensive, but then because I had the gift card, I decided just go ahead and do it, and it's Tangled. This is probably, like, everyone is like all for Frozen, but I think Tangled is a lot better. I enjoy it a lot more. I love kind of Finn and Rapunzel's kind of dynamics and the relationship that Maximus has. Like, we always joke that Maximus is like basically the horse version of our dog Tucker, which is kind of funny, and it's actually true. Just the mannerisms, it's kind of creepy actually. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. So this last one is another movie that I had my eye on just because it's another one of my favorite movies, and it's also one of my favorite books as well, and it's The Help. Like, I think this movie is probably kind of like, in my eyes, like the gold standard between a book to movie adaptation. I feel like they did such a very good job with this movie, and just everyone acting in it just did a phenomenal job. So, like, if you're one of the few people who haven't seen this movie, then I highly recommend that you check this one out as well. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this haul. Let me know in the comments below, like, what you thought about some of these movies or the CDs or books that I got. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.